Hey, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can scale your online business without any courses, any programs, or any BS. Literally, this is going to be a very raw video, and I'm going to share with you a couple of stories along the way. Basically, because I've spent thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in mentorships. Plus, I also do this as well, and I help all my clients scale their online businesses as well. This is going to help you even if you're just at zero, or if you're already at 30K per month and are doing it consistently. This is going to help you out, show you behind the scenes of literally what all of your favorite gurus have in their programs, what they teach, how they teach it in a very condensed manner. I just want to show you how all of that works and all that is done. And if you're thinking right now, like, who's this guy? Why should I listen to him? Well, fair question. My name is Augusto. I'm the founder of AVX, and I help online info product businesses scale to 50K a month and beyond. And I've been doing this for a while. I've helped companies make more than $12 million a year. I've spent well over $20 million in ads, and I've worked with companies that are making billions of dollars a year as well. And I've been doing this pretty much for a couple of years too. What's pretty interesting too is that I've been scammed too many times, right? And the reason why I've spent so much money in my education is because I also have to educate my clients on what to do, because they are also all business owners, right? So I'm always trying to learn what's new, what's out there, and I have there's a more obligation that I just have to get better and better and better for my clients. Okay, so I think I've spent about $50,000 in mentorships, and I've seen a lot of what these gurus promise all inside of their programs because I've been a part of them. And I'm not going to name any names, obviously. I've been mentored by very well-known people in the industry who were personally mentored by Gary Vee, Hormozi, Mangazi, Tanner Chittister, who I had the honor to sit with back in November on a one-on-one in his apartment in Miami, which is pretty cool. And that video is in YouTube too. It's like publicly documented. And also Cole Gordon too. And what's funny is one of my clients was about to be a portfolio company for Hormozi, and that never happened. But it was cool to see how he was looking at the work I was doing for this company, which I helped scale to $1 million a month, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so if you want a info product business like fitness coach, online dating coaching, finance coaching, whatever, then, or online services, or you want to start one, keep watching, okay? This is very important here. The reason why is because most of the time, what I've seen in this industry, a lot of people pay for proximity. If you're thinking about that, I would do it too. Like, one of the best things you can do is invest money in yourself. What I'm about to show you in this video is everything that's the content and the essence of most of these programs, especially if you're info product. I'm going to show you exactly. So this is the first thing I touch on with my clients, is that this, once you come into a program, once you come into a mentorship or consulting program, relationship management is one of the most important things you're going to go through, and also expectations. And the biggest pitfall and the biggest red flag is that a lot of people are entitled. A lot of people are entitled. What this means is that they think that just because they hire a coach, that they're going to get results like instantly. That is not the case. Okay? And once you start coaching people, and even if you're in the fitness industry, you see this a lot too, which is unfortunate. A lot of people think that just because they hired you, that they're gonna get the body of the dreams. Oh my God, I'm paying you $1,000 a month, I'm gonna get whatever. That's the biggest pitfall. But it's not always the client's fault. It's also you as a coach. It's gonna be your fault too. And I need to make this distinction. If you're starting out, you don't have a business yet, you're at zero, or maybe a couple thousand a month. You're thinking, oh my God, like, this is whatever, I just want to get to the money. This is the type of stuff you have to understand before you get to the money. And I'm so glad you're here watching this, because if you don't know this, you don't know what's going on in the future, then you're going to fail. Okay? These things I learned the hard way. Expectations need to be set. Okay? And the biggest red flag from your future clients that you're going to get is that they need to be grounded. Like, if your client is not grounded, like if they're not completely grounded, that's a huge red flag. because they have to understand the value of investing in coaching, probably you, or even if you're investing in me. I need to make sure that you're gonna be in the trenches making sure shit works. Just because you hired a coach, it doesn't mean you're going to get results. Like your coach is gonna give you the blueprint. Your coach is gonna give you the way. You just have to walk. You have to climb. You have to do the thing. You have to do your part. Okay. And here's what a lot of businesses don't understand. Business owners don't understand is that as you grow your business, you will uncover how you haven't really pushed it. You really have not pushed the envelope. And when you start the scaling process, you will expose a lot of problems. Operations, sales, program, customer success. So not if, but when that happens, you will realize that it's going to take a little bit longer to hit your milestones. And I'm gonna tell you a story. I've had it where I've had clients who pay me money, and after I lay it out for them, here's the blueprint you need to follow to get to your goals. Here's the work that needs to get done. I have clients that pay me and they don't put in the work, and it happens. And again, I'm not blaming the client. It's probably my fault too because I did not set the expectations from the get-go. But you will get to that level, and this is why this is the first step. Expectations and mindset are huge. We'll get into mindset into a little bit. You have to understand that this shit is just how it is. A lot of people, unfortunately, are walking red flags and they feel entitled because I paid you, now I need results. It doesn't work that way. It's not that transactional. If you pay for a coach, if you pay for a consultant, if you pay for anything, you have to put in your end of the bargain. A lot of you're gonna expose a lot of things in people. Somebody's overweight, you're gonna tell them you have to work out, you have to do nutrition, you have to do this. You're gonna expose a lot of shit in them that they had buried down deep buried down, and now that you're exposing that because you know exactly what they need to do to get results, they get a lot of pushback. And don't be surprised when people ask for refunds, when people are upset that they haven't seen results, even though they have not done anything. This happens often. So this is the first step. I'm gonna fly through the other ones because this is so important. I need to make sure you understand this. If you're a CEO of your business, you have to understand this as a leader because this is also going to happen internally in your team as well. Second one we're gonna talk about is mindset. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh my god, like mindset, that's so woo-woo, that's so stupid. I just want to get to the money. You gotta chill. Okay? So the first thing, the mindset is that entrepreneurship, and I said this in a post of mine in IG, entrepreneurship is this is a door, this is a gate, whatever. Entrepreneurship is a gateway to spirituality, okay? And this doesn't have to be religion. It's just entrepreneurship is hard. Entrepreneurship is gonna set you up for experiences that you've never experienced before, and that's completely normal. And you will see if you have hired a coach in the past or you've paid for mentorship in the past. A lot of these people push some element of mindset. And I'm telling you now, if you hire somebody, you will see this in the program. I'm telling you exactly what's inside all these people's programs. And it's mindset. And I love that too. I'm huge on mindset. And the reason why I'm huge on mindset is because I understand what it takes and going through a lot of shit and a lot of tribulations that sometimes, dude, like you need to make sure what you're up to. And this is why the main reason mindset is so big because you will find these people. You will find that. And this also applies to you too. Once you start scaling your business, you will unravel a lot of shit you did not know. Okay? And a lot of these things and things I help my clients with is operations, sales, program, customer success, a bunch of other stuff too, sales team, hiring team, etc. Is a lot of things that a lot of people don't have the bandwidth to even just realize, right? So that's why mindset is huge because you need to understand that things will come up, man. They will, okay? So moving, third one is offer. Obviously, if you're in biz op, if you're in info product, if you hire somebody to coach you, one of the biggest things they're gonna put a lot of attention to is your offer, right? Because if you don't have an offer, you can't sell shit. And if you don't have a good offer, then you're gonna struggle to make money. That's normal. So a lot of these programs are gonna make you go through your offer, and this goes well beyond your I help statement. It's basically why should people listen to you, and that's why you heard me do an intro at the beginning. It's like, why the fuck do you have to listen to me? There's a bunch of coaches out there, right? But a lot of things I've done in the past set me apart from 99% of people, simply stated. But when it comes to offer, it's not only your credibility, it's how well you put yourself out there, how well you can get trust from people too, and a bunch of other things. And obviously, how can you? And I have a bunch of videos on this, so you can just go through my YouTube. It's how you can get people from A to B quicker, better, and at sometimes just with a better value prop. Okay, so like your mechanism is just better. Okay, it's just I like you better, basically. So very simple. And then obviously, as for most stated, the the value equation, you want that in your offer too. Okay. Fourth is some sort of delivery. Here's where a lot of these people go wrong, and I've seen this tremendously. They don't help with delivery. The reason, and some do. So I'll give credit to some people. Some don't talk about delivery, and the reason why a lot of these people don't talk about delivery is because they want you to start getting clients and getting you money in the door, which is fine. But what I've seen and what I found with a lot of these people that get burnt out from all the other coaches and mentorships and everything is that you get burnt out because you're not delivering on what you're promising. And that's very unfortunate, dude. Like people are paying you a ton of money to get a result you promise in your offer, and it's like, how do you package your program so that delivery is great, it gives result, it guarantees client results, and basically you deliver on your promise. Okay, now delivery is from your part. The other delivery of people actually doing what they need to do to get the result, that's a different story. But delivery is from your part. You're part of the bargain. Like how are you making sure people are getting the things that they need to be getting so that they can get the results that you're promising? Okay. Fifth will be attention. So attention is pretty simple. Attention can be paid or organic. Pretty simple, right? And organic, it could be from social media, or it could be from collabs. It could be social media, it could be collabs, it could just be organic growth. And then paid is obviously ads or shout outs. Okay, I know Cole Gordon loves shout outs, and he teaches that too, which is pretty cool. And then ads, I don't teach shout outs, I just don't. And then ads, well, you can run pretty simple ads too. I've had a bunch of videos speaking about how you can just run ads for like 20 bucks a day and get a lot of people into your program. And yeah, so fifth is attention. So if you're not a huge influencer, then one of the things you need to start doing, and I have a bunch of videos on this, is post good content. Like post stuff like this. This is a training I'm doing for hopefully getting you to doing something with me. Okay? So attention is organic, attention is paid, and you need to get really good at that. One huge eye opener that I've seen in the past couple months is that if you're in info, so again, coaches, you know what I'm saying. If you're in info, if you're the CEO of the company, probably because you're watching this, you are technically a how do you call that? You're basically a content creator. You're a content creator. You need to get people to see your stuff. You need to get good at messaging. You need to get good at copywriting. You need to get good at telling people why your delivery is better, why your offer is better. Okay? And you also have to have some sort of aura to call people in. Like, I don't know if you've seen sometimes when you're scrolling on IG, and like, dude, like we humans, we're animals, and we're built to like smell when something's fishy, and you can. That's like the famous sixth sense. It's like you can tell when somebody's not. You can tell when somebody's a scammer, right? So where was I going with this? With attention and info product businesses, is that you are basically a content creator. You need to start creating content, okay? And also you have to focus on other things too, which is delivery, your offer, attention, your mindset too. And not only that, once you start getting attention and people and leads and coming in, you have to get good at sales and good at setting, and you have to do all these things too. And then six, you have to learn part of business that automates a lot of stuff too, so that you can buy back your time, which is something that I love from that's from Dan Martell. So buying back your time through automations, processes, and you have to understand how businesses work, which is pretty simple, right? Not pretty simple. It's easy to understand that businesses need to have some sort of automation or processes that make sure that you're buying back your time so that you can spend time where it matters in your business. And in this case, for most businesses, it's attention, it's leads, okay? That you can get people through the door, get on phone calls, etc. So ads or organic, you have to put content, right? And then lastly, and then what a lot of these people also teach on is some sort of scaling, okay? So scaling, guess what? It can be done through a better offer, so a better alternative, higher pricing, lower ticket, and just scaling that offer up. Also improving on delivery so you can scale your back end offers so that instead of you having to acquire more clients, your delivery is so good that people come in and stay in and keep paying you, right? And then you can scale also through attention. Attention would be just going more on paid acquisition, paid ads, or hiring some sort of marketing agency to help you with building up your brand too, or scaling through better processes and automation so that it can basically complement your attention, acquisition, or delivery, or your offer. Unfortunately, you can't scale with like mindset, but you know what I'm saying. So with all that being said, the biggest problem I start seeing when info product CEOs start getting into the $10,000 mark or $30,000 mark is this. So ideally, you've already probably have an idea of what I'm talking about here. Is that one, you have, I can't do the automatic things. So basically, you have three big circles in every single business. It's very simple. The first circle, these are basically things you have to get done in business. Let me zoom out a little bit. Can I zoom out? Let me do this. Oops, sorry. So basically, when it comes to business, and what I've seen is that most technically, all businesses have three different positions or three different roles in businesses. But when businesses start getting into the 10 or 30K a month mark, they start to realize that a bunch of these roles start growing very far apart. Here's what I mean. So there's three roles. One, you need to understand that there's somebody in the business that needs to get attention. Two, there needs to be somebody in the business that understands how to liquidate attention, like make sure attention builds into leads, into clients. And then third, the other one is basically somebody that understands business. So you got attention, and then you also have liquidation, and then you have boring stuff in business. Okay, so I want to make sure I wrote this out before I don't want to make this video super long. So again, you got attention, you got liquidation, you got business. So at a point when I see these in every single business, okay? And you will get there. If anything, you're already there. So at one point, obviously, so we have attention, which is basically creating content. It's long form, short form. You got podcasts, you got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got Twitter, you got all these things because you need to get attention. Like if you want your business to grow, you have to get attention in a certain way. And then you have liquidation, which is the L here. Liquidation basically means how to returning all this attention into sales. So sales, settings, sales processes, copywriting, email, strategy behind content, podcast, all those things because you want to make sure that's also taken care of. And then how do you make sure that once you start getting leads in and liquidating this attention, you understand what to do in the business side of things? So you got systems, you got growth, you got scaling, you got managing, you got hiring, you got leadership, you got your programs, your different automations, your CRM, you got all those things. So at a certain point, obviously, when you're starting out, or maybe the $10,000 to $30,000 mark, you can do all those three, like pretty good, but you're gonna start burning out. So what happens is, and what I've seen more and more often, is that those three circles start growing very far apart. So eventually, what you want to have is some sort of way of that you can actually blend all those circles so that you're not getting, you know, really burnt out. That's why either you make two mistakes. This is when people make two mistakes. One, let me have a different color here. So, one, you buy more online programs that just are time wasting because it's another group coaching program. And two, you hire freelancers that are $20 an hour or less from some other remote country, and you want them to do stuff that requires a lot of knowledge. So you either spend a shit ton of money in here and wasting more time, or you basically save money but waste a lot of time because you have to train them and they don't have the knowledge to do the things that you want them to do the way you want them to do. So you're in this place where like, how do you hire good quality talent if you don't have the money to do so? Or how do I grow so I have enough money to hire people? So it's a very interesting situation, right? And that's why I do what I do, because I feel in those gaps where people are not in a freaking online coaching program where they're wasting time, but they get somebody who's done this in multiple industry, handling millions of dollars, spending tens of thousands of dollars in mentorship, and also help companies that are making $1.2 billion a year into scaling, because that's what I've done. So that's basically what I did. I blended all these things together so I can help my clients one on one. And that's why I don't let a lot of people into my program. Well, it's not a program, it's a mentorship, consultancy, one on one help. So basically what I did is I'm technically a a C-suite, you know, a C-suite person in your business. That's what I do, because I took everything that I've learned from all the people that I've helped, plus all the people that I've paid to see what they do and how they get people results, until I realized that everyone just hits a brick wall. And it's because of this. So I actually have another video on how to do that. I'll just put it in the description below. But all in all, this is how you basically just scale your online business without courses, programs, or bullshit, because this is how everything's laid out, and you have to understand all these things again, right? So pretty simple. Again, you gotta go. First step is so important, so important. And then secondly, your mindset. Thirdly, you got your offer. Obviously, they're gonna teach you about offer, delivery, attention, process automations, and then some sort of scaling, which is important. All in all, down below in the description, I'll leave a couple videos as well that you can watch yourself and learn on all these things. And if you are an info product CEO, you're making at least more than $10,000 a month consistently, I'll leave you a video below to see how the systems that I've built are helping other coaches, other info product businesses just grow and scale. And if you're a beginner, then I'll also leave down below a link that's gonna help you get your first 5 clients. Okay. All in all, I'll just see you on the next one. And if you like this, drop a like, and I'll see you soon.